There is an undeniable stigma around mental illness in the Black community, including the church. It's viewed as a weakness, which leads to shame. Pray it away. You don't need counseling, is the message. Mentally Mangled is a local program that proves the church can and needs to change the narrative around mental illness by sharing that prayer and counseling is a necessary union for good mental health.
Peace and blessings. Happy Monday. It's your man, Pastor Kyle here. You are tuned into Mentally Mangled Monday Radio.
Kyle, was mentally mangled something you said to yourself about yourself?
It was actually something that was birthed out of my pain. I just looked in the mirror one day and said, I'm mentally mangled. And that kind of opened up the door and a portal for me to start learning exactly what some of my mental health challenges were. I mean, it almost took my life.
Kyle Early, a pastor, community leader, and family man, pressed past his fears and recognized something important.
Acknowledging what God shared with me is that theology does not replace therapy, and therapy does not replace theology.
And with that, he got counseling to address his issues. He got stronger, healthier, and now knew there was more for him to do.
It was put on my heart that other pastors and leaders in the community needed some help. Like, the question became, who's helping the helper?
As you are going about sharing this message and presenting it to churches, to pastors, how were you received?
The challenge was that many pastors did not know how to connect faith and mental health together, did not know that mental health was in the Bible. And this right here is another organizing tool that we're using in the Black church, not only to stay culturally knowledgeable, but faith sensitive.
Stephanie Lewis is a licensed therapist who works with Mentally Mangled and says the cultural barrier is the reason most people of color don't seek counseling.
That stigma is great. If you're not sitting across from someone that looks like you or understands your background, why would you trust them? Kyle draws them in and by way of their faith, and then I give them the language and the symptoms of their everyday experiences, but in the way that they know how. You got bad nerves, you have anxiety, you had the blues today, it was hard today. That might be depression.
Emotional and mental pain is in the pews of every church, but it's also in the pulpit. Two pastors shared how Mentally Mangled has helped them.
It allowed us the opportunity to talk about certain things that we haven't talked about over the pulpit. I'm a living witness of the pain in the pulpit. And through many steps and tools that we have used from the Mentally Mangled program, here I am and I stand today.
It is one of the best tools of outreach I've seen in a long time. When Pastor Kyle first came to me and says, would you talk to a counselor? I said, how many do you have? Okay. And so it really forced me to have to deal with the fact that maybe I haven't been as engaging in my own life as I could have been.
It takes courage to share the details of one's mental illness. Pastor Kyle says it was painful but purposeful.
You know, I'm just happy for life. Things may not be the way that I want them to be, but things surely are better off because I'm alive.
He is alive. The next session is May 20th at Mount Sinai Friendship United Church in Cleveland. This is something that is very important and is needed in the African-American community. We're going to take two shots. Okay. In the African-American community, because there is this strong stigma that we do not, I'm African-American, want to seek that counseling. So they just tell you if you have faith, then you just pray it away. But there's nothing wrong with going to counseling. Prayer and counseling, great marriage, great union.
Complement each other.
Yes, they do, and get the help that you need. So Mentally Mangled is going out to the churches, going to the leadership first, and then letting that message go down. So,
Okay. An important message.
Yeah.
Danita, thanks.